The Piso coin of 1984 belongs to the Ang Bagong Lipunan coin series, which was introduced under the administration of President Ferdinand E. Marcos in 1975. This series was not just ordinary currency. It symbolized the government's vision of a new society during the martial law era, and the coins carried nationalistic themes that reflected Philippine heritage and identity. The obverse of the 1984 Piso coin features the bust of Andrés Bonifacio, the father of the Philippine Revolution and founder of the Katipunan. His portrait signifies bravery, nationalism, and the struggle for independence from Spanish rule. Around his image is the inscription, Republica ng Pilipinas, along with the year 1984. The reverse side of the coin carries the seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. This design element emphasizes the authority of the central bank in issuing currency and maintaining economic stability. Composition and specifications. The Piso coin from 1984 was struck in copper-nickel, a durable alloy commonly used in mid-20th century coinage. It was a large-sized coin, measuring 38 millimeters in diameter and weighing 17 grams, making it one of the largest circulating coins of the period. Because of its size and weight, it was sometimes compared to commemorative coins rather than regular circulation currency. The release of the 1984 Piso coin came at a politically turbulent time in Philippine history. The early 1980s saw growing economic challenges, debt crises, and widespread dissent against the Marcos government. The coin thus became more than just money. It was part of a broader effort to maintain symbols of nationalism and continuity amidst uncertainty, circulation, and use. Although it was legal tender, the Piso coin was not as widely used as lower denominations because of its bulky size. Many Filipinos found it inconvenient for everyday transactions, and it often ended up being stored, collected, or used for ceremonial purposes. Its limited circulation contributed to its survival in good condition among collectors today. Transition and demonetization. The 1984 Piso coin was among the last of the large-sized coins in Philippine currency. By the late 1980s and into the 1990s, the central bank began reducing the sizes of coins to make them more practical for daily use. Eventually, this coin was demonetized in the 1990s, meaning it ceased to be legal tender, though it retained significant historical and collector value, collectability, and value. Today, the 1984 Piso coin is considered a numismatic collectible, especially when found in uncirculated or proof condition. Its large-size historical connection to Andrés Bonifacio and issuance during a politically important era make it a desirable piece for coin collectors in the Philippines and beyond. Depending on condition, it may fetch higher than face value prices in the collector's market. 1984 Piso coin stands as a reminder of how currency. 1984 Piso coin was minted during a turbulent chapter of Philippine history. By this year, President Ferdinand Marcos had already been in power for nearly 2 decades. His vision of the Ang Bagong Lipunan, the new society, was not only political but also cultural and economic. Coins like the Piso became a reflection of this ideology, meant to instill discipline, nationalism, and pride. The ABL series was introduced in 1975, covering nearly every denomination from small centavos to the higher Piso coin. What made this series unique was its direct connection to Marcos's propaganda, as every coin bore the imprint of his new society. The coins were larger, heavier, and often more artistic compared to earlier series. Before 1975, Filipinos were accustomed to 1 Piso being the highest coin denomination. Inflation and rising prices during the 1970s forced the government to create larger denominations, and the Piso was introduced. Its presence in the currency system symbolized the changing value of money during an era of economic pressure. The obverse of the 1984 Piso prominently displays Andrés Bonifacio, leader of the Katipunan, the secret society that ignited the 1896 Philippine Revolution against Spain. By honoring Bonifacio, the Marcos government aligned itself with the image of a revolutionary and people's hero, hoping to strengthen its legitimacy by evoking Bonifacio's patriotic spirit. Bonifacio's stern, forward-looking face represents determination, struggle, and sacrifice. He is not shown in European-style clothing, unlike José Rizal on banknotes, but as a man of the masses, a revolutionary leader whose loyalty was to the Filipino people. This design choice appealed strongly to nationalism. The reverse side bears the Central Bank of the Philippines seal affirming its role as the institution controlling the issuance of money. This feature symbolized economic authority and stability, even at a time when the Philippine economy was under severe pressure. 1984 Piso coin was large and metal-like, measuring 38 millimeters in diameter and weighing 17 grams. Struck in copper-nickel, it had a silvery gray color and a solid feel. Many Filipinos remarked that it felt more like a commemorative medallion than a coin for daily use. Because of its size and weight, the coin was not popular in everyday transactions. Vendors and commuters often found it bulky and inconvenient, preferring lighter coins or banknotes. Many Piso coins were saved in drawers, given as keepsakes, or passed down in families rather than spent daily. The early 1980s were a time of economic instability worsened by the assassination of Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr. in 1983, which triggered political unrest and reduced investor confidence. Inflation weakened the value of the peso, making higher denominations like the Piso necessary. Yet the coin was also a silent witness to the hardships faced by ordinary Filipinos. The coin was minted in large numbers, but due to limited circulation, design continued to circulate until 2003 before being replaced by the new BSP series, even though the 1997 issue was already within the years when the new BSP series, introduced in 1995, had begun circulating. Coins bearing earlier designs were still minted for a short period and heavily circulated across the country. This makes the 1997 coin an interesting transitional piece in Philippine numismatic history. The obverse side of the 1997 1 Piso coin features the national hero José Rizal, the most prominent figure in Philippine history. Rizal was a writer, reformist, and martyr whose works and ideas inspired the Philippine Revolution against Spain. His bust is positioned prominently in the center, accompanied by the inscriptions Republica ng Pilipinas and the year of minting, 1997. The presence of Rizal on this coin highlights the national emphasis on patriotism, education, and reformist ideals during the late 20th century. On the reverse side, the coin carries the seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP. The BSP was newly established in 1993 to replace the old Central Bank of the Philippines, following economic reforms and restructuring efforts. After decades of political and financial instability, the BSP seal includes 3 stars and a stylized sun echoing the design elements of the Philippine flag, symbolizing sovereignty, independence, and economic renewal. This imagery was important in the 1990s as the Philippines was trying to strengthen its economy after the turbulent years of the late Marcos era and the early years of democracy under President Corazon Aquino. The material composition of the coin was a copper-nickel clad steel, giving it durability and a silvery white appearance. It had a diameter of 24 millimeters and weighed 6 grams, making it a practical coin for daily transactions. At that time, the value of 1 piso was still significant, commonly used for jeepney fares, candy, snacks, and small everyday purchases. Unlike today, where the piso has diminished in purchasing power, in 1997, it was still considered a useful and respected unit of currency. Historically, 1997 was a critical year in Asia because of the Asian financial crisis, which deeply affected the Philippine economy. The peso experienced sharp devaluation, dropping from around 26 pesos per US dollar to nearly 40 pesos per dollar within a short time. This financial turmoil gave the 1997 piso coin even greater historical weight as it circulated during a period of economic hardship, uncertainty, and recovery efforts. For many Filipinos, coins like the 1997 piso became a daily reminder of resilience in the face of inflation and financial instability. Numismatically, the 1997 1 piso coin is a transition era coin, bridging to important